you know, if I'm early, either A, holy shit, I got some time, or B, it's something huge going down with the One Piece, boy.
Sometimes I be riding your face and hit like Genjutsu in place. That's how it be though. Nothing but great effort just to get a C though. Eyes watching but we never seem to be though.
906. I ain't gonna lie, like the 900s of One Piece have been phenomenal. Just absolutely phenomenal. Now let's breeze quickly before we get to the really juicy bit. You know, the end of the chapter, the last few pages from Doflamingo on. Juicy stuff. For that, let's talk a little bit. I guess even one of the juicy things that started earlier on is, I believe it's Fukaboshi. Fukaboshi already gave me some bad vibes about the Reverie. Now, mind you, in case people don't know, one of the editors from One Piece came out and said the Reverie is only going to be about 10 chapters. So I don't know if we're starting last chapter or this chapter, but if it's only gonna be, that means we only have possibly a couple months, right? Like, so if we're just on the first, by August the Reverie should be done. So with that being said, if something bad is gonna happen, because Fukaboshi said, yo, I got a bad feeling, it's going to be quick. Within the next month and a half at most, something bad might happen. Now, a lot of the chapter was fun. I'm not gonna lie, good chunk of the chapter. It was really cool to see all of these people that we've seen throughout the years, Luffy, you know, group up with and, you know, team up with and save. I mean, from even seeing the little Tontata, even though I hate the Tontatas, but like, you know, even seeing him, it was like, yo, Luffy has really went through the seas. He's really, you know what I'm saying? He's been on an adventure, seen Vivi, seen Rebecca, seen Shirahoshi, seen just all of these people that at one point, you know what I mean, like Luffy was on an adventure with them, and you know, he either saved them or they helped him to do something. It's pretty crazy. Now, even seeing somebody like Wapple and Wapple going back up in the ranks, it's cool because it showcases that some time has passed. Things didn't stay as a standstill. Like everything Luffy did was immediately cemented, and that's it. Nothing's changed. Wapple went, started his own country, and you know, he's changed things. So Wapple is up there. I was kind of like, yo, why is he up there? Even seeing, and again, my name's, there's a lot of characters in One Piece, but seeing the old lady that's connected to Chopper that taught him everything about medicine. Well, not everything, because I think that old man also would have. But besides the point, seeing a lot of these characters return was freaking awesome. Like, I had a blast just seeing all of them interacting and saying, oh, you know Luffy, you know Luffy. You know, Rebecca calling him Lucy and stuff. Like, honestly, it was really fun. It was really awesome. You see that there's already, because, you know, we have these decent people, like the fishmen, but then you have, like, the royals, like Sabo's brother or foster brother or whatever, so they're eyeing them and they're looking down on the fishmen, but then at the same time, you have people vying for their affection, and honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if we even get a major death in the Reverie. I wouldn't be surprised if something happens, because you have some really nasty people, the Celestial Dragons, they're nasty, like, bro, they're bottom of the barrel, like, Luffy punched one of them, and we all felt it and loved it for a reason. They're disgusting. So you have those people mixed in with some pretty decent people, like, you know, Vivi, awesome person, Shirahoshi Swan, like, you know what I mean? So it's gonna be bloody. If something goes down, it's gonna be bloody. Like, you know, Jarmon, the king, oh, I don't know why I did that, like, yo, he's not a gorilla, but King Neptune of Fishman Island ain't gonna stand for some shit. If anything happens to Shirahoshi, Fukaboshi, Mamboshi, Riaboshi, Hukamuka Jukaboshi, like, no, you know, things is gonna get bad if something happens. So really interesting setup, but let's get to what I wanted to talk about badly. I want to talk about it badly, and mind you, again, seeing Wappo and a lot of the setups in the beginning of the chapter, awesome stuff. I wanted to come to talk about what we all want to talk about. Starting from Doflamingo saying Magellan has him pretty much in protective custody underground to protect him from an assassin that's coming to kill him because of the secret he knows of the treasures under Mary Jose. I hope I'm pronouncing Mary Jose or whatever, but he knows what the treasure is down there. And then we see a giant, a humongous, a daddy version, baby, that's a daddy, you know what I'm saying? That's the daddy version of Luffy's straw hat, Roger's straw hat, Shanks' straw hat, you know what I'm saying? The straw hat that's been passed down. We see a huge version of it, and then we see this black silhouette figure holding Luffy's wanted poster, entering it. It looks like it's in a dungeon or a laboratory or something. Immediately I'm thinking, okay, well, who is this that's going into this room? Why is there a giant straw hat? Doflamingo said something about, power weakens over time. So could it be that the straw hat is actually one of the weapons? You know what I'm saying? The 3 weapons or whatever. And has it been giving Luffy power this whole time? Like, I think this could even dive into a discussion of, has there been a cheat helping Luffy this entire time in a way? If this straw hat actually has power and these are baby versions of it, is it getting or like is Luffy's straw hat just a model based on the real version? Where did this come from? Why is it humongous? Now we know there's giants in the One Piece world. Could this have been initially one of the giants from Elbaf? Could this have been their hat? Could this go back to the Void Century? Could this go back to the family of D and the war that happened all those years ago in the Void Century? Could this have been the original straw hat because the war was led by giants or something like that? Just so many questions. I'm not gonna lie, it's like the chapter flipped upside down, because you start off and you're like, yo, this is dope, seeing all these characters, you know what I'm saying? We're 900 plus chapters in, 906 chapters, so seeing all of them, gathering up and talking, and seeing the piece of crap, royals or whatever, they're royals, I guess, but they're not exactly celestial dragons or whatever, but like, just seeing everybody gathering up, dope. But once you get to Doflamingo and the things that he's saying, I'm really curious. Will Doflamingo die in jail? I guess let's start off talking about that. Do we think Doflamingo will die in prison and Impel Down? Like, are they gonna just off him, or what's up with that? Because you gotta think for a second. He's not really capable of much at this point. If somebody comes in, they could kill him. And I mean, Doflamingo's been through a lot. You know what I'm saying? He took the ass whipping from Luffy. Then with Captain Jack and everything that happened, things didn't go accordingly. Now he's not fearing. He doesn't even really care. He's with a smile saying, that they're coming for him or whatever. Why is it that if the government is saying, because you gotta ask, who is it that is doing this? Is it higher ups? Because why would the government be protecting Doflamingo if they're the ones sending an assassin? Or is it that Magellan is taking it into his own hands? He's like, nah, that's not how we doing things down here. Because obviously Akaino's not gonna be like, yeah, let's just assassin the dude and we call it a day. Well, no, he actually probably would say that, but it wouldn't look too good to be just talking about assassinating people. So is Magellan taking it into his own hands of like, that's not justice, I'm gonna protect this dude because they're gonna come and kill him, he knows too much, he knows about the secret treasure down there? So that's kind of something that I gotta ask, I guess. Another thing, whose straw hat is that? Was that Vegapunk, the black shadowed out figure that was coming? You know what I'm saying? Could that have been Vegapunk? Because we still don't know to this day what he looks like. Why were they going in there? You know what I'm saying? If this is a treasure that's supposed to be very powerful, heavily guarded, why are they going in there? Somebody going to steal the straw hat. Whose straw hat? It had to have been a giant. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing I could think of. It had to have originally been owned to a giant, unless in the Void Century the family of D were all giants. People were giants back then, period. And maybe the giant clan of Elbaf is the remnants of what the world used to be prior to whatever happened and the L that family took, and the world we're in now. A lot of questions, but like, my mind is blown. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people theorize that maybe the One Piece was Luffy's hat to begin with. I'm kind of curious though, and this is something that people talk about, fate and destiny, like, going to the Naruto series or whatever. But again, if Luffy's hat has some power, if it's like a devil fruit user itself, that it gives you some sort of strength or gives you good luck or something like that, could that be a cheat? Now, I don't think Oda's gonna go that route. I think, if anything, maybe Luffy's hat was a design inspired by the original powerful hat. But what is this power? And if it's one of the 3, is it the 3? I believe it's the 3 weapons, Poseidon and whatnot. We know Shirahoshi is one of them. But what could this hat possibly grant that could give you the powers to destroy the world? You gotta ask, how is a giant hat gonna be capable of such feats? Like, there's just so many questions. Who is that shadowed out figure? What are they trying to do? Is somebody that came for the reverie trying to steal the hat because they know what's under Mary Jose, which again, I feel horrible. I don't know if I'm pronouncing the name right. I'm sorry, but you know what I'm saying? And of course, them wanting to assassinate Doflamingo, again, they don't want people to know about this, if this is one of the weapons or if this is a great treasure. I mean, at least we know, or we can assume now at this point, that the One Piece isn't the Straw Hat, which has been a theory for a while. It's been a silly theory. A lot of people have said, nah, Oda's too crafty for that, whatever. But we can safely assume, like, yo, if this giant version of the hat is a weapon, and then also, did Roger make the hat based on him seeing the treasure, or seeing what this is, and he was like, yo, I know the power of it, I want to rep it, but I'm gonna make my own. So he, had somebody create it, or he crafted it himself, and that's why he passed the hat down, just as a reminder or a will thing. Like, there's just so many freaking questions. Honestly, One Piece 906, a very, very important chapter. I'm sure we're gonna continue diving as we go further along, more and more into what this hat is, who is this shadowed out figure, what is the bad premonition that Fukaboshi has, is Doflamingo gonna get shot off, and if we're only gonna be in here a couple months in this, something bad or something huge or both or more than just even those two things is going to go down in the Reverie, and I can't wait, baby. One Piece heating up. I love me some One Piece. Give me a thumbs up for One Piece. That's all I have for this one, though. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, stalk my Facebook, and follow me on Twitch to get more when the video ends. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. And remember the golden rule: anime and manga for life, boy. Bow. Have an awesome day.
Making major moves, laugh and let the haters lose. We don't give a fuck, virginity intact, cream stack. Paper rules, if you heard it, best believe that. But now it's whatever, one day I'll be your favorite, but never.